Welcome to Breaking the Chain. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Cody.
And we got some news this week. I didn't think we would after the last podcast, but we got some spoilers, and we are recording Saturday morning, so we got a little bit about the metagame on Toulouse.
Yeah, it was funny. We recorded our last episode on Monday evening. And as I uploaded it on Tuesday, I believe, we got more spoilers about Omens. But you were pretty accurate with your predictions. Yeah, I was impressed.
I'm forgetting what I guessed.
You were talking about the lore for a lot about the lore of what you think it might mean, the characters you think that will be in it, so on and so forth. So yeah, you're pretty spot on for what we had.
I don't know. I was just didn't expect the illusionist in there, so like all my guesses went out the window when I saw illusionist. I'm like, illusionist.
You know, it was funny. Everyone was like, "Oh, let's get an elemental ranger in our next elemental set to replace Lexi," and then LSS was like, "Nope, illusionist instead."
Yeah.
To be fair, we did recently get a ranger, so and we haven't. When was the last illusionist we got? I guess you can count Gravy. I guess Gravy's kind of an illusionist. So
yeah, Necromancer isn't really different enough yet.
Yeah,
but it's like before that it was Enigma, was it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was Enigma. Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah. But anyway, how was your week in Flesh and Blood?
It was good. I didn't do all too much this week. I played a little bit on Talishar, but I went to an armory. I went 2-2, so nothing too crazy, but it was a lot of fun. Had a great time. It was a 26-person armory, which is
That's a pretty big
for an armory.
That was the Tuesday
It's
one?
like, yeah. It's like normally we only go 3 rounds. Like we usually need a 4th, but it's like, oh, we only have like 2 or 3 undefeateds. Like we'll just let they split. They split the prizing. Yeah. But there were so many undefeated going into like last round. We're like, we have to play a 4th round. So that was like, it was fun, and it was so cool to have a lot of people there. And like while I'm like playing my like casually at the armory, I'm like, I think this is the size of some people's pro quest.
Yeah, it really is. That was larger than the LL Pro Quest I went to last PQ season.
Yeah, and I keep thinking like, why don't we have a calling in Denver? Like, come on. There's obviously a lot of people that play here.
Game's growing. I think it just costs way more to have a convention center here. Is my guess.
Yeah,
that's my theory.
It's probably why they keep going back to Kansas City. It's probably cheap there.
Yeah, and definitely Vegas. Vegas is really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else in your week in Flesh and Blood?
Nothing. No.
I didn't have any IRL play, unfortunately, but I thought I wasn't going to be able to make it to a ProQuest this weekend, and turns out I actually can. So today. I keep thinking. I'm remembering when we recorded on Fridays, but we're now recording on Saturdays. Today, I'm going to a ProQuest. And the reason I chose to go today is because I can actually play Dash.io, since she just won a recent calling and is actually pretty good in this meta currently. So going to be running Dash.io today. We'll see how it goes. I'm also recording a special project that you guys will see on this channel whenever I edit that video. We'll see how long it takes to do that. I want to make sure it's really good. So it might be a few weeks, but keep an eye out for that on this channel. But yeah, I've been practicing for that a little bit, playing on Talishar. I've also been trying to work on a Dromai Silver Age deck since we got Rake unbanned, and it's been feeling pretty good so far. I've been liking Dromai and Silver Age. KO is a bit of a menace, but in the game
is still crazy.
Yeah, KO is a bit cracked, it turns out. So that's a bit of a problem. But if I can figure out the KO matchup, then Dromai is definitely what I'll be bringing to the Battlegrounds at the end of the month. So that'll be fun. But yeah, just a little bit of Talishar testing is my week.
I was playing some of my like double disc list of Terra, which if you don't know what that is, it's doubling season Terra. And I didn't send you the screenshots. I took a couple more, but I threw some more attacks for 24. And that was
Did you get something new from the ban? I can't remember. You
oh
or
yeah,
you got
yeah,
root bound. You got
yeah.
root bound.
Rebound Carapace, which has been feeling good. Deck's still bad, but it's a lot of fun. Like I can lose, but as long as I see 24 on doubling season, I'm like pretty happy to sit there and be like, I'm at 1, they're at 20, but I'm throwing 24. This is lethal.
Right.
Then they block enough and then just kill me. So
all that setup and
it
then
is
they
fun
just
list.
block. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It has been fun. I got a lot of I guess one last thing is like it was mail day, so I got a lot of my stuff. Like I got a lot of my commons and rares that I didn't pull any in the set, which is like laden with frost and sprout strength.
Yeah,
Which
I need to do
sprout
that
strength's
soon.
pretty pivotal for my doubly season list. I got the Channel the Skybreaker. I got the extended arts because I love
Extended
that card.
arts.
I
Is
think
that
it's
cold
so
foil too?
cool. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
sick. Are those
So those
from
are
the
pretty
set? Like you
cool.
pull them in the set, or are they from a promo pack?
Yeah, they're from the set.
Sick. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I have Channel Ice Lock Glaze cold foils that are coming in.
Ooh.
Apparently those got really expensive at one point, getting ready for because everyone thought the set was gonna be ice. So people like bought out that card. But like luckily I bought it before that was all going on. I'm like, oh, I just love this card. Okay, I'll pay however much for this. And
no
then
ice.
but no ice. Well, I like Jarl, so like
Yeah.
doesn't matter as much to me. Oh, one thing. I got absolutely beat down by a Jarl list at our armory. It was sick. It was probably the
Yeah.
coolest thing I faced in a while. Like,
Don't tell me this Jarl's going today, please.
it was probably the. I don't know if they're going today, but it was against Braxton, and
Oh, he's going today.
it was. Oh, good luck. It was the craziest Jarl list I've ever seen. It was so cool. I had like 5 seismic surge up at one point. He gave me like 5 frostbites or something crazy like that. Or he did something to give me a lot of frostbites. And then he played channel like Ice Lock Glaze, which actually just totally killed my entire turn. I'm like, oh, okay. It was so cool. It was like I asked him for the list. His list is so cool. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, I have Trebuchet now, which actually does help a little bit in the fatigue matchups, but
That's good.
not enough. Not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I did beat a Pallades on Talishar with Dash AO, which I didn't think was even possible. So that was cool. Not an auto lose, not a get up and go get lunch the matchup. So that's nice.
It's one of those like I pray my cards come in the right order.
I pray they don't, CNC on every turn that I give them space.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But cool. Let's jump into Omens of the Third Age. We got some spoilers. We got a lot of spoilers. Way more than I thought we were gonna get. We got all 3 heroes and their text. We got a good handful of cards, like supporting cards for them.
We even got one of the weapons.
Yeah, we even got Ziggy's weapon. Ziggy, which we'll get into in a second here. I think is the odd one out, if you will, of the other 2.
I am not ready for Ziggy.
Let me. Oh, I haven't pulled up the Fabry card thing yet.
Oh yeah,
card overlay. That's what I'm looking for. Let's start with the heroes. Let's start with first Aurora.
So one thing that I think is going to be. Oh, I don't have Fabry up either. I totally forgot to pull.
I got it up so I can read it out.
Sweet.
All right, so we got 3 heroes in the set, by the way, FYI. 3 heroes. It is an entire lightning set. That is the only talent. All 3 heroes are lightning talented. First one being Aurora, Legacy of Tempest. Lightning Runeblade hero, 4 intellect, 40 health. The ability is instant, pay 2, tap. Destroy a lightning flow you control. Create an embodiment of lightning token. Now, Jacob, tell me why this sounds familiar.
It's pretty much the old Aurora.
It is
It's
literally
like
the old Aurora, except you have to destroy a lightning flow in
so
addition.
like we say that, but I do want to say there's like a huge difference
That's true.
in the card, and it's not in her hero ability, but it's her talent. It's
Yeah.
not elemental.
Did you
This is the
guys
first time we've seen
catch
straight
that?
up lightning. No, no, I didn't catch that. I just thought it was something to bring up because you can't play Flicker Wisp now. And I think that
Yeah.
was the biggest part in that old Aurora had. And I think a lot of people are like dooming because, oh my god, Aurora has the exact same text. Oh my god, she still has 40 health. It's gonna be the exact same deck. But at least you can try and fatigue her now and block some. Because the problem was in like the problem with the deck before was, oh, you're trying to fatigue me. I'll just set up Flicker Wisp combo and deal like a million arcane to you. So I think that's like one gonna help a lot. You don't have the uh fuse card. I forget what it is. Entwine Lightning, which is just
Yes.
a 0 for 4 go again in Aurora. And the other thing is like to get the go again, you still have to play a little bit of a game. You don't just have to play a lightning card to get the go again. You have to create the like lightning flow tokens, which I'm sure there's going to be some pretty easy ways to do it. But so far, you have to play some cards that I think she's not super excited to play. So
Yeah,
it's like,
so I've heard some good things about the new blue cards that we'll get into and when we go over those
hmm,
spoilers, that create lightning flow tokens. And I think I agree there that a lot of these lightning decks will run the blue versions of these cards, that create lightning flows. But
hmm,
yeah, like it's interesting. We haven't seen enough to know just how difficult it will be or how costly it will be to get these lightning flow tokens. There's also
yeah,
the point of yeah, so like you mentioned, it and I was asking the audience if they caught it actually because I didn't catch it at first until someone else pointed out to me that Aurora is not elemental, um, and just lightning instead. So yeah, no Flicker Wisp, no Entwine Lightning. I think there's like a one or two other cards that the old Aurora list ran that this one cannot, but they weren't too impactful. It's mostly just those two that you mentioned. But what I'm trying to get at is that if you were to run effectively the same, I guess, roughly the same cards that the last deck ran, you won't be able to enable your hero ability because you won't make any
hmm,
lightning flow tokens. Um, we obviously don't know what weapon she's getting to, right? Because if I understand correctly, her previous weapon is gone. It was her signature weapon, and that's a
yeah,
big deal. That was a huge part of her power budget. Actually, was that weapon. Um,
yeah.
so
One for two for go again.
yeah,
Didn't take any cards from deck.
yeah, very strong weapon. So we'll see what she gets. I assume it'll be a much downgraded version. I will say though, if it makes a lightning flow token, maybe like it's like one go again on hit, make a lightning flow. That'd be an easy way to get those lightning flow tokens.
One thing, like it's hard to like figure out. I wouldn't be surprised if they really downgraded it and made it like a 1 for 3. If you've created a lightning flow, it's a 1 for 4.
Speaking of lightning flow, we actually haven't just talked about what that is. Um,
Oh yeah,
it is nothing. It is just a token that says lightning flow. It doesn't have any text.
I actually think that's insanely cool.
It is cool. It is cool.
Like I think,
I have the art on screen too. There's
yeah,
actually three different arts, one for each hero. So it's
mm,
like a purple one, a blue one, and
a
a
pinkish one.
yeah, like a pinkish one. So I'm showing one of them on right now. I don't see the other two in Fabre to show very easily.
Yeah, it's
Um,
the Marvels.
yeah, the Marvels look amazing.
Oh yeah, and I think
I'm continually impressed with how good they're making the cards look, set over
yeah,
set.
I don't know. Like the lightning flow, I think is such a cool card because it was actually something I think last week I was talking to someone or I overheard a conversation and they're like, "Man, I just want more textless cards because it would be cool to get the full art of it, kind of like Rusty Harpoon, but if Rusty Harpoon was like better."
Yeah.
And it's like I think this is so cool because one is just gonna sit out on the board, but it's also like cool, like lore wise, because the way that heroes with the talents of Arya work is that they get their magic through the flow, and this is the flow of lightning. So they're literally using the in lore like flow to power their spells and do their crazy stuff. Oh, I'm faster because I'm absorbing the flow from the environment to gain this lightning ability. I think it's so cool. I
Yeah.
think like, and it's something I think we say a lot, or at least I say a lot. The way a lot of these cards play, like, is like, oh, this is how it's supposed to feel when you play this hero. Oh, it's supposed to feel like I'm sucking out the like magic from the environment and using it to go faster, or I'm using it to bounce my auras, or I'm using it to do whatever Swolio does. Like
Yeah.
I think it's super cool and super like lore heavy with that kind of mechanic where you're like destroying and it's like you're consuming the flow to do this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is really cool, and that's something that I need to step back and visualize more when I play the game. And I've been watching some of the like what would you call it? The gameplay videos. That's not the right way to describe them, right?
Like three floating and
Yeah.
all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I've been watching
I
some more
think
of
it's
those
like gameplay
videos.
videos.
Yeah. Which, by the way, shout out to Cog Crankers if you haven't checked them out
Mhm.
on YouTube. Really solid video that they put out of a gameplay video, Puffin versus Max. It was a really cool game too. So go
I
check
know
that
they're
out.
coming out with another one soon too.
They are, and I heard who one person that's on it. I don't know if it's a surprise or not, so I'm not going to say, but it'll be a fun
Yeah.
one. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I've been watching those and I've been seeing some of like the new player ones too, and how they'll notice some of this stuff that I haven't even noticed with when it comes to like the thematics of how they're playing their character and
Mhm.
how it feels to play that character as a new player. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, long
One
story
cool
short, I want to try to catch more of that instead of just like playing the cards for what they do.
so one cool little like side tangent
Yeah.
that like I was thinking of before the set, like seismic shift. I think it's the new Guardian like card that's tap as many or tap certain amount of seismic surge, destroy X tokens where it's how many you tapped. I think that card is super flavorful with this new like lightning flow. It's like I'm literally using my like the surge of the earth to tear up the earth so you can't use your flow.
That is really cool.
I'm
Especially, yeah,
like,
especially
I
if you're
am,
destroying lightning flows. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I was like thinking for so long. I'm like, what is this card made for? Like they got rid of the ability to destroy fealty. Like, what is this card made for? And then like I see this set spoiled. I'm like, I know exactly what it was made for. I'm like, when Aurora's like, aha, I created three of them, and then you just go, I tap three seismic surge, I destroy your flow. Like, I like that's kind of flavorful. And like it also makes it more flavorful that like the fealty heroes get the helmet. You can't destroy fealty because it's more like favor with the, it's like favor. So it's like, how does a wizard using a spell destroy your favor with the emperor?
Yeah.
So it's like, although not a huge fan of that, but I do think it is something that's like, okay, lore wise and mechanic or like in game mechanics wise makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It can't always work out perfectly, unfortunately.
Yeah. Do we want to go into
Yes.
Ziggy next? Or do
Well,
we want
let's
to
do
do
Ziggy last.
Swolio?
Let's do
Okay.
Swolcilio.
Swolio.
Swolcilio. And the reason we call him Swolcilio is look at that art if you are watching the video. That is a swole boy right there. Or a swole thing, I think.
I've
um
seen so many memes on this. It's like when you're like healthier and you work out, you gain two more life because he has two more life. So it's like being
Uh,
healthy directly affects how strong you are in the game.
yeah. So do you have them pulled up, or do you want me to read them?
I haven't pulled them. I can read them. Socilio, Fort Continuum, Instant. Or I guess he's 38 life, 4 intelligence, Lightning Wizard Hero, Instant pay 1 tap, destroy a lightning flow you control, discard a card and create a ponder token. If an instant is discarded this way, you may play it this turn.
That's a pretty good effect. Um, I don't know if it's necessarily stronger than the old Acilio is the only concern.
think you were the one that pointed it out to me is like you can't be as redline as the old Acilio with that effect because it costs a resource
And
and you have to play your like little mini game of like
it
getting the lightning flow.
yeah, it hurts the value of the ponder too if you're more blue line. Unless you play,
Mhm.
unless most of the blues you're playing are like the sigils, like the instant sigils that you want to play anyway.
Yeah.
You have to be really cognizant of your ponder targets um, in the deck if you run a lot of blues. Um,
Imagine the
is it?
blues are going to be this things like all the sigils you're saying.
Yep.
Then you have probably the amp card where it's like, oh, the blue instant amp one. And you probably have
Can
like
you?
other cards.
But you can't do the instant from the arsenal, right?
The amp one?
The ones that like that say instant discard or pay one discard, right? You're talking about a different card, aren't you?
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about his hero ability. I'm talking about like the blues you run in the deck. There's, I forget what it's called, but it's like high voltage or something where all it says is instant. It's an instant and it says amp one and it's a lightning card.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
And
like,
so it's
you just
like,
run all these blues that you want to play anyway. Well, want to play, quote unquote.
yeah, it's
Um,
probably cards that like you can play out of Arsenal, so you draw it and you're like, it's not
yes.
what I wanted, but I can still at least Arsenal and play it the next turn.
Right. And like the ideal situation is you're effectively just paying one resource and a lightning flow, and you're effectively drawing a card because you discard an instant card that you want to play anyway. You get the ponder. Um,
I mean, if
the
his staff costs like two, I could see his pitch curve being like, oh, I have a bunch of zero costs in deck. But then all of a
yeah.
sudden, like I pay to my ability, gain the ponder, deal arcane damage with my staff, and then Arsenal, whatever I draw because I don't care.
Well, I was just about to bring that up actually. The weapon is going to be really important on how good this hero is because I
Mhm.
don't currently see why you'd want to play this Acilio over the old Acilio. Because yeah, like you mentioned, you can't cycle as hard for the combo as you can with the old one. It's good value, but you have to have the lightning flow tokens. I will say if the weapon costs one, you have this really nice curve with the new cards that we'll bring up later on, um, where you can pay one for the weapon, one for the hero ability, and one to discard and make a flow token with the new cards.
That's true.
Um, so that'll be a nice little blue curve. But we'll see. Well, we'll need more information to see how good Swolcilio is.
Mhm. I'm hoping he's not nearly as good as his other version.
Did I spell Ziggy wrong? How do you spell Ziggy?
ZYGGY.
Oh, I did spell Ziggy wrong. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Be right
Oh,
back.
I did. You know, my brain didn't even.
I'm gonna pull it up on the screen if you want to read out Ziggy while I'm doing
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah. So, Ziggy Starlight is a lightning illusionist hero with 40 life, 4 intelligence, and instant pay 2, tap, destroy a lightning flow you control, banish another lightning aura permanent you control with no hollow counters, return the banished aura to the arena with a hollow counter.
New illusionist, lightning illusionist at that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really. I'm so excited for Ziggy. I think a lot of
I'm
people are
so
for what's worth.
scared it's going to be like Enigma 2.0.
So we'll see. So far we haven't seen a ton of auras,
Hmm.
and we don't know whether or not Ziggy will primarily attack with auras. And I have a feeling that it's a he, right? That he
That's a
won't.
they.
It's a they. Okay, it's a they. So they. I have a feeling they won't. Um, but we'll have to see. Uh, the main problem I'm seeing is that I don't know how it's going to differentiate, how it's going to feel different from a rune blade, um, because we've seen the weapon and you deal arcane damage. We've seen some of those supporting cards and you basically deal some arcane damage with this hero. Um, I'm really curious to see what auras that they give them. Is
Hmm.
basically where I'm at.
I mean, we can go into it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
first we've seen the weapon.
What was it
Uh,
called?
oh, I'm illiterate.
Let me pull up the
Aphrodite.
spoilers.
Sorry.
Afro, you said? There it is.
Aphrodias. Aphrodite. My brain just like stopped functioning.
All right, what does
But
that do?
it says instant, pay 1, tap, deal 2 arcane damage to target hero. Activate this only if an aura with a hollow counter has entered the arena under your control this turn.
This is like Waning Moon light,
I
right?
also, so the other thing I thought of is like everyone's comparing this to Waning Moon. I also like think this is like Rosetta Thorn. It might not be if he plays a lot more into arcane. If he does a lot of arcane stuff,
So
then it's not. But
here's the deal. This thing says deal 2 arcane damage for 1 resource, and Rosetta Thorn said deal 2 arcane plus 2 physical for 1 resource.
so the thing I want to say about Rosetta Thorn is it dealt unpreventable damage because you're never running more than 1 arcane barrier. If this is his
Right.
only source of arcane, oh, I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to run more than 1 arcane barrier. And at that point, it's Rosetta Thorn because it's dealing the unpreventable damage.
That is true. That is true.
That
However,
was my first thought.
I feel like we've seen a couple cards that will indicate that you'll want to run more than 1 arcane to this hero. You'll probably want to run at least 2. AB is what I mean. Let's start with
Oh, yeah, RB Berry.
the first aura that we've seen. Um,
And I think it's from the Ziggy Armory deck.
is that what it
Oh,
is?
yeah. Because it's
Uh,
not in here, but
oh, I see.
Stardust Spike, if that helps you search it up.
Like, there it is. It is a
Cool.
red 0 cost lightning illusionist instant aura. It's a majestic. When this leaves the arena, gain 1 resource and amp 1, and it has ward 2. Very interesting card. So there's 2 things going on here. One, at face value, it is like a 4 value card, right? You play it, you
Mhm.
get 2 block effectively of the ward, you amp 1, and you get a resource. That's like a 1 card 4 if you get to use everything correctly. Um, this amps the next source of arcane, which your weapon does. Um, and the way that the hero ability works is that you effectively flicker it in, right? So the play, the theoretical play here without any other synergy is you play this, you pay 2 to Ziggy, pull it out, put it back in. Your opponent hits you. You maybe do this when your opponent's attacking you because it's all instants, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You
so
do them
then,
like the Kano thing of when they're throwing throwing damage at you, you go, okay, in response to your
right,
damage, I play this aura, activate Ziggy, bounce this aura, amp 1, you destroy this aura, amp 1, gain 2 resources, use one of these resources to, I don't know, cosmic duality, and then the other one to throw the weapon for, or like weapon for 4, cosmic for 1, or however you want to do it.
right. You might have some other pitch outlets, but you'll get amp 2,
Yeah.
you'll throw the weapon for 4. So it'll be like a 2 card 6 plus, right?
Mhm.
Um, because you'll have the extra resource, and it depends on what you use the resource for.
I'm ready
Um,
to be killed on my turn
yeah.
trying to throw lethal at Ziggy.
So that's something else I noticed about all these heroes is that there's going to be a lot of Stormstriders esque end games,
Mhm.
where or like it's more like a Cilio end games. Like if you've played into a Cilio, how they always have like the shocks to deal like anywhere from like 3 to 6 arcane sometimes on your own turn. Um, I think all these heroes are going to have that type of end game, if
Yeah.
possible.
You just go
Um,
down below 10 life and they can just kill you,
right.
which I'm hoping means that they're going to be really fragile. Like, I'm hoping they're going to run like a lot of instants so they don't block super well.
I mean, this is another 40 health illusionist. We know how that goes.
I know. I saw 40 health illusionist and I'm like, my life's over. Guardian's bad. Follow
Yeah.
the hat like 5 minutes in the light.
This will unironically probably be pretty good into Guardian. It'll be interesting too because it's
Says illusionist.
well, yeah, but it's like because of the amping and the arcane, you can push through fatigue, right? Um, you have this defensive capability to stop on hits. So you have this inherent defensive ability as well. You will probably be able to set up some pretty big turns to get over fatigue as well. Whether it's setting up all these auras that don't automatically go away, right? They don't have any counters that go away or any other reason they would just disappear. So you can set up with all these auras, play defensively. Um, Guardian does have more tools lately that they got. We thought they were for Enigma, but maybe they were for Ziggy. All the Clash, destroy an aura, um, all that kind of
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
right? The batter to
yeah.
pulps,
Well,
things like that.
we'll see. We will
Jacob
see.
is not convinced.
I
I
am
think
not convinced.
I think one of the
I
biggest
mean,
strengths with Ziggy will be that your opponent has to run AB over other equipment.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm like, it feels like a Rosetta Thorn, where it's like I don't want to run AB, but I might. And this is where I'm asking LSS, please make generic boots. They could be, and I'm thinking of a cool design. Could be arcane, like like Arcanite skull cap. It could be like Arcanite boots, and it says Arcane Barrier X, where X is the amount of arcane equipment you have. So you could have Arcanite skull cap and the Arcanite boots, and then whatever one piece of Arcane Barrier somewhere else that's not an Arcane C, and then you have AB6 with
Yeah,
three pieces of equipment.
just give Guardian AB6 with 3 pieces of equipment.
Well, right now I have to.
Make them more defensive. They should just give Guardians no downside. I agree.
The downside of Guardian is all my on hits are crushed. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You got this really cool pulverized card that's not crush.
Well, yeah, that's true. Technically, you are correct there.
But yeah, no, it'll be interesting. I think that Ziggy will be inherently strong because of the split damage. Some of the lightning cards are just inherently strong too. You'll have this combo potential with the way that the auras will work. I assume we're gonna get a lot more auras that are similar to Stardust Spike, but we'll have to see. But I'm excited. I'm really excited for Ziggy. I'm just sad I don't have my lightning stuff yet because it all spiked hard. It's so much now. Garner flashes are pricey. Yeah, I'm excited. Ziggy might be my new main, honestly. It's probably what I've been waiting for.
That's unfortunate for me.
I think Ziggy might be my main until a new Mystic Illusionist comes out. I think that's what.
So the one thing I want to say is it does feel like Ziggy is built to be a more balanced illusionist and we'll get to some of the cards or if we want, actually, let's just pull up the card so I can explain
we're in
this
that
a little bit
now.
better. But Cosmic Duality is the red 2-cost 3-block lightning illusionist attack action. It attacks for 7, and it has instant discard this, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero, create a lightning flow token, and it also has fragment, which whenever a card with 2 or more defends this, it gets -2. So it's not Phantasm. So it's easier for Ziggy to not just throw their attack and have it popped and do nothing for turn. But at the exact same time, aggro decks, if they need to block, they can actually block pretty efficiently on this. Block 2, it's actually blocking 4 on 7. And it makes this a 2-card 5 at red. And that's where I'm like, I think this feels like, and this card shows that they're trying to make Illusionist not just I beat this class, I lose to this class. There is no in between. I only have 0s and 100s. And I'm hoping this is a sign that, like, oh, we actually balanced this Illusionist and it's not Enigma. Like,
I just want to first of all say, I have the Marvel up on the screen. This Marvel is gorgeous. It is beautiful. Same with some of those other Marvels that they have, but we'll get to.
I want to say, like, most of the Marvels, if not all the Marvels I've seen, even the macro that came out.
Yeah,
the Marvels are beautiful.
Phenomenal.
Like, yeah. So that's super exciting.
But yeah, so on your point, I think it is really interesting. First of all, that they've moved. It seems like they're moving further and further away from Phantasm as a mechanic, right? We got in Pen, it was Mirage, I believe, which is it when 6 or more.
When it defends an attack with 6 or more power.
That's what it is. Yeah. We've seen a lot of different things like that. Like what was that D-React from like Dusk Till Dawn?
0 for 5, and it
Yeah.
just has Mirage on it. I'm pretty sure.
Is it Mirage as well? Okay.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
like the
so
first instant of at least I don't know if it says
I think
Mirage,
so.
but it has the text of if this defends 6 or
Yeah.
more, destroy it. Because when I saw all that Mirage stuff, I'm like, oh, they're just expending out that defense reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what I'm getting at though is that it feels like they want to move away from Phantasm. There's also already a lot of good Phantasm tools in the Illusionist class.
Mm-hmm.
So it is interesting that they introduced this new mechanic for Illusionists specifically. It, like you mentioned, it's a piece of interaction for the opponent where they can decide whether or not they want to block to stop more damage. You're effectively empowering your opponent's blocks, but some decks don't want to block, right? A lot of decks get more power the more cards they have in their hand. It's an exponential increase, right? Think like Phi, Syndra, and whatnot. So I am curious whether or not that's the main intention, or if we're going to get some shred effects in the Illusionist or the Lightning Illusionist class mechanic.
That'll be interesting.
I think it'd be kind of interesting.
I am interested to, again, I'm a Guardian player at heart. I'm interested to see how this Illusionist plays in the Guardian. I'm really anxious. It's just going to be Enigma 2.0 where, oh, I sit down in front of Ziggy. I have already lost.
So I don't think that'll
I'm
be the case because
yeah.
The weapon is not attacking with auras. It is arcane damage instead. And that means that you're not going to get this like overwhelming advantage from stacking auras and stuff, right? Like maybe you do still with there's some other synergies. But
so I guess one thing that like I could say is the weapon isn't infinite damage.
Right. You need a lightning flow. Oh, we lost Jacob for a second there. Yeah, so sorry, I lost you there for a second.
Yeah,
we need a lightning flow.
Well, you need a lightning flow, and you also need an aura with a hollow counter to enter.
Yes, for the weapon.
Oh no, you need a lightning flow for their hero ability, and then you can.
Well, no, you make a good point. Actually, you need two things. You need an aura to flicker to get the hollow counter on, and then to do that you need a lightning flow. So it's a two-step process to throw that weapon. There's gonna be lots of turns where Ziggy's not doing anything. They're not attacking you at all, because they need to set up to do this play. Their entire early game might just be making lightning flow tokens.
So I guess it's not like infinite damage out of the weapons, but I guess Enigma wasn't infinite damage either. I don't know. Like
it wasn't infinite damage, but it was like it felt like infinite damage, right?
Yeah, I did. I definitely did.
Well, I mean, you kind of had infinite damage. You basically had a weapon with your hero ability, actually.
Oh, you're right.
Because you could always pitch a chi, make a spectral shield, a swing for 2. So you had a weapon.
Yeah. Well, this one there isn't infinite. If you take the deck out, there's nothing that Ziggy can do. What I've seen gives me more hope, but I don't know. Like Illusionist, they are not very good at balancing, so it makes me very anxious whenever I see an Illusionist.
Yeah, sometimes they tone it down a little too hard, like they did with Prism 2 at first.
So the other thing is, like, if Ziggy is like bad out the gate, we know the next set he's gonna get the most juice support. Like, it is impossible for an Illusionist to be bad for more than like a month.
Is not allowed.
It is not allowed.
Yeah.
Same with Runeblade. Like,
yeah. Yeah, Aurora's gonna be good no matter what. She's at least gonna be A tier. We'll see how that works. Ziggy did get the Armory deck though, and we know how that works. Well, actually, it didn't work with Pleiades, but usually if they get an Armory deck, that means that they're gonna be good.
It was very sad that Pleiades did not get a lot of support. I was ready to buy in.
She's so cool for her to be reduced to another Fatigue Guardian.
So I think she's actually the coolest Fatigue deck to have ever existed.
She is.
She still attacks you and tries to take your deck away from you.
Yeah, it is a very cool way of fatigue. I will give it that. Next we have, unfortunately, it does not show up. Uh,
Bolt-bound duality.
no, so I'm going in the order actually in the Discord. It's not in Fabre, unfortunately, but it is the macro called Omens of Arcana. It's the Omens of the Third Age macro, which means you're going to play this in limited format. It says each hero starts the game with a Lightning Flow token. Lightning Flow tokens get Spell Void 1. This is very cool for limited format, by the way. Insanely cool for limited format. So what this will mean, there's a few things that this means actually. So in limited, you're gonna have this really interesting turn 0 game where both decks are gonna have these instants that you can pay 1, discard, deal an arcane, and make a lightning flow token, right? We'll have to see if arcane barrier equipment is going to be common, but what I'm getting at is that one person is going to be making lightning flow both sides are going to be making lightning flow tokens and basically trying to ping each other on the first turn, and either remove the fact that you have interaction against your opponent's lightning flow tokens because they have spell void, and oh no, it's may. Duh. Spell void is you may destroy this to prevent one. That's right. That's right. That is different.
I still think it's cool because it's like I can try and prevent this evasive damage, and you can choose to stop it. You can choose to like take 0, but
That's
it's also like yeah, and then it's like, or I can save that lightning flow. Like I could have no lightning flow in my generation in my entire deck, and I save that lightning flow for a pivotal turn. Like maybe the Aurora deck. I don't actually care about blocking. I am Aurora, the lightning rune blade that just wants to go 0 for 4 all the way, like all the way until you're dead. You hold on to it. You don't have any lightning flow generation until you have 0 for 4 go again, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, something along that line. And then you just go, okay, well, I have my arsenal go again. So you do some like crazy combat chain where you pop it to give go again to an attack you normally can't, into another 0 for 4 with go again, into like a 2 for 5, something. Like, I think it's like you could hold on to it until you have your huge combo turn. Or you can allow it to be, and like, I'm sure Ziggy's going to be like, I actually want to use this defensively. Like, I want to prevent the arcane you're throwing at me.
Yeah, it could definitely. I mean, Ziggy will probably be both, right? Like, you'll have to be really careful with how you spell void with your lightning flows, because your lightning flows are your weapon enabler, and so you might be able to get fatigued if you spell void too much with them. And so that this implies that there's not going to be arcane barrier on the equipment actually. That your way of arcane barriering, your way of preventing arcane is going to be through making lightning flow tokens.
I would still enjoy arcane barrier equipment because like it'd be cool to have this as an option. But it's like, oh, I have arcane barrier 1. Well, Ziggy's throwing 2 arcane at me. I can prevent 1, pop my token. I don't just lose immediately. It doesn't get those end states where I just kill you because I have more arcane than you.
Well, if I remember correctly, Rosetta Limited did not have arcane barrier.
Yeah, it did not.
And I think it was fine despite that.
That's true. There was some really cool end games. I actually loved Rosetta like Unlimited because of that. So like I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I think it makes it interesting if you don't have AB actually, because usually the arcane damage is a bit costly to do in limited, a bit more so than CC or constructed, I should say. So I think that there probably won't be arcane barrier. Your main way of preventing arcane damage is going to be through creating lightning flow tokens and using them as spell void. But then some decks will want those lightning flow tokens more than others. It's going to make for a super interesting limited format. Long story short, really excited for that. The next card we have spoiled is Storm Shard. It is a red 1-cost lightning instant. You may destroy a lightning flow you control rather than pay this card's pitch cost or just resource cost. Target lightning attack gets +3 power or +3 attack.
Lightning press, but worse. What?
Basically, I think someone pointed out something better about it. I can't remember what it was.
You can play it on cards that are more than 1 cost. Is the benefit of it?
That's the one benefit. Yeah.
That's the only hero that's gonna care about that is Ziggy. So it's like it's better in Ziggy, but I don't think Aurora or Acilio are ever gonna touch this card.
Yeah, this will be really strong and limited though, for what it's worth.
That's true.
Getting that, like getting attack reactions effectively are very strong.
Yeah, I could definitely see it be very strong. Yeah, lightning press is also just a lightning instant. So it is
Yes.
again the
No
only
benefit on
benefit
the
is you
lightning
can
side, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And also
next,
you only
okay.
you get more targets with the lightning press. You could put it on snatch. Well, this one you can only do on lightning attacks.
Right. There was some speculation because they just recently banned lightning press in Silver
Mhm.
Age. There's some speculation that they might ban it in CC as well. I don't know about that one. I get the feeling that's not going to happen, but there's a
It
chance.
does not feel nearly as strong in CC.
No, yeah, it's not nearly as strong. It's still good, but it's not nearly as strong.
Yeah.
Next card is Volt Bound Duality. Oh, I can actually pull this one up. Volt Bound.
This one is a red, 0 cost, 3 block, 4 attack, lightning, rune blade, attack action with the instant discard this, deal 1 arcane damage, and create a lightning flow token. Very simple. It's a 0 for 4
Yep.
that you can choose to deal 1 arcane damage with.
Yep, simple but modal.
Yeah.
Also, again, the art is phenomenal on the Marvel. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
gorgeous. But yeah, it's a 0 for 4 that blocks 3. And you have this additional ability to ping your opponent and make a lightning flow token. Very solid. And it comes in common. So what's nice about this too is that the blue is a blue 0 cost 3 block that has this ping effect on it. Very strong. Very strong
Very
blue.
strong. I love getting Briar support for Silver Age.
Yes, that is definitely some Briar support right there. Nebula Duality. Let me pull that one up.
So this one is a red, 0 cost, 3 block, lightning wizard action. Deal 3 arcane to any target with the instant ability to discard this, deal an arcane, and create an embodiment of lightning. It is the wizard format. Again, it feels very like Bound duality, where it's like, oh, it works in the class, it creates it. It's very dualistic, where you can actually like just attack with it, or you can generate what you need to do your hero ability. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's all it is, right? It again, the art is very cool. I really like the mirror image effect above the wizard. I don't know who that's supposed to be in the art, but pretty cool character. It's like you mentioned, it's the standard wizard format of a 0 for 3 that blocks 3 that has some additional effect that's slightly relevant sometimes. But I think regular Acilio actually doesn't mind this card at all. It's effectively another shock effect that is on a 0 for 3. And it also blocks 3.
yeah, I could definitely see him running the blue, like just discard, deal 1 arcane,
Yeah.
at instant speed.
Yeah,
And you,
it's just like well, the blue is, I guess the blue block 3 still. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it's not actually playing it; you're discarding it, so you don't get the Volzar trigger, so you don't get to amp it.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't increment the Volzar. Yeah, no, that's true. It probably isn't good enough.
Well, it might be like
It
it's.
might be.
I don't think the red is like that's why I'm like I think the blue is like a I drew this late game. It's one of my pitch cards. 1 arcane on your turn. I don't know. Maybe I play 4 instants, 3 arcane, 4 arcane on your turn.
Yeah.
Like,
But what's funny about this though is that this is exactly the type of card you wouldn't want to run in Swole Cilio because it's not a good arsenal target if you run the blue one.
yeah, but the red one probably feels a lot better as well.
One's fine. Yeah, red one's fine in arsenal because it's the 0 for 3 arcane. But the blue one you probably wouldn't want to run if you're pondering a lot. Next card is Meteoric Rise. Is also gorgeous. It is a red 1 cost, 5 power, 2 block, lightning action attack with a twice per turn instant. This gets +1 when this hits. Create a lightning flow token. That's a strong card.
Yeah, well, and I think we can bunch a few of the cards together. We have
Yes.
Meteoric Rise, Flowing Storm Strike, and Voltic Impact, which is a 0 for 4, 1 for 5, and 2 for 6. And like you said, they all have the twice per turn instant. Pay 1, it gets +1, and on hit create a lightning flow, which I think is very much what you want to be doing. I don't know how much meteoric rise is going to be used. I don't know. Actually, it is just a 2-card 7.
I mean, yeah,
And
that's the nice part about it, right? Is that like Voltic
Monsters
Impact and
Bowl.
Meteoric Rise are both effectively 2-card 7s with potential for more.
Yeah. I could definitely. Okay. I talk about
They're
this, and I'm
strong.
like, okay, I could see Meteoric Rise just being a 2-card 7. Oh, I drew an all red hand. It's just a 1 for 5. Oh, I drew a yellow. It's a 2 for 6. Like it's very modal like that.
Well,
But
also
I think the
biggest thing with Meteoric Rise is with Aurora, you get to play Meteoric Rise, pitching a blue, and you get to ask your opponent, "Hey, do you want to overblock this? If you do, then I'm just going to make a lightning. What's it called? Embodiment of Lightning with the
lightning
hero
flow.
ability.
Oh yeah. About it.
And if you don't overblock this, then I get to pay those 2 resources, pump this, and make a lightning flow.
Yeah. And then I could see like Flowing Storm Strike, which is the 0 for 4, being also an Aurora card.
Oh,
It's
for
just a 0 for 4. On hit, I get what I want.
Now
It's gonna be interesting.
imagine these in combination with Channel Lightning Valley, and they have Go Again, and you're starting your turn with it. No, yes. So if you haven't played into Puffin yet, this is a very similar effect to a lot of the Zeppelin cards in Puffin, right?
Yeah.
And it's very hard to block those cards correctly, especially if they already have inherent Go Again or the instant effect gives it Go Again. So I think the main thing with these is that there's going to be a lot of on hits in these decks, right? Burn Up Shock is a card that Aurora can run. Channel Lightning Valley is a card that Aurora can run. And Channel Lightning Valley is not always going to be face up either. They can play it as an instant. So they can play this with Go Again. And you have to decide whether or not you want to play around Channel Lightning Valley or not, right? I think the 0 for 4 and the 1 for 5 are going to be staples in Aurora, 100%. And I think that all 3 might be staples in Ziggy because the Lightning Flow tokens are so important.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if they are 2 blocks, which is something I want to add. So it's like, it definitely is going to be a lot less defensive. But I'm interested to see if. Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, if lightning cards get banned, like Blink or some cards like that in the next ban and suspended or ban and restricted announcement after the CC meta.
Yeah, we'll see if Acilio demands a ban that affects these heroes. That will be interesting.
Because I think if anything, he's gonna be the one that demands a ban. Well, and it's also something like, what's stopping them all from just doing Gone in a Flash combo killing you?
What is stopping?
And it might be like,
well,
maybe it's not that strong.
You don't have Sigil of Brilliance in the other 2, which is a big part of it, right?
That's true. I mean, but like, Ziggy's gonna be able to like, oh, Gone in a Flash. Oh, play my aura. Pull it back. Gone in a Flash. Oh, play this aura. Pull it back. Gone in a Flash. Bounce my aura. Put it back.
Bouncing.
I don't think
would count.
Does
let me read Gone in a Flash.
Gone in a Flash.
When this attacks next time, you play an instant card, and then Ziggy reads. No. Return the banished aura to the arena, so you don't play it.
Yeah. So maybe you don't do that, but you could still bounce an aura and then 4 arcane. You're like,
yep.
Oh, 4 arcane.
Yeah, I mean it's basically the same combo as Acilio, except you're not hitting as much arcane at the end.
And then all of a sudden you have like Ward 10 on your board as well.
Depending on how it's built, yeah. That is something I didn't think about that the other 2 decks can just do the Acilio combo effectively without a huge arcane and piece.
Yeah. So like I don't think Aurora's gonna care as much. It's probably just a 0 for 4 block 3 and like, oh, if I get to do the effect, I get to do the effect. But I mean, Acilio's Acilio. And Ziggy is playing instant auras, so I could definitely see, oh, I'll just do it on my turn. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
for Arcane as well.
Ziggy Wolves would be doing this like just set up early game type thing, just probably
Yeah.
waiting for that combo, um, and setting up
So
for it.
that's why I'm like, I'm interested to see if they like do anything about it, or if they just like the lightning heroes being I combo off of one card decks.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
We'll
I
see.
do think that Acilio definitely uses it the best because of the um, how much you can amp on the with Volzar because of the
Yeah.
combo, right? So you're missing out on like 8 damage on the combo turn in the other heroes, right?
Yeah.
Depending, obviously we don't have all the cards, so maybe they get that 8 value somewhere else. But yeah, I
We'll
don't
see
see
if
it
it's
being as
actually
scary.
viable.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see it being as scary as the other heroes. It's probably going to be played, but I don't see it being as scary.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm gonna have to get gone in the flashes, aren't I? If I'm gonna play Ziggy, that sucks.
You're welcome. I'm glad
Oh.
you got that information from me.
You're right, because they'll all want to play Gone in Flash combo, almost certainly, unless they get some better combo or equipment that they can do.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's it for spoilers, right? I don't think we have anything
No,
else.
there's one more.
Oh, there's one more.
There's one more.
What is it?
Astral Strike.
Astral Strike.
It is a red, 1 cost, 3 block, 5 attack, lightning attack action. When this attacks, if you destroyed a lightning flow this turn, choose 1. Draw a card. This gets +2. This gets go again.
It's E-Strike.
It's E-Strike. It's come back. And the good thing is they learn from levels of enlightenment, and you still only get 1 trigger, even if you destroy multiple lightning flow counters.
I will
or
say it would have been
tokens.
cool if you could have destroyed any number to get all 3 effects.
I think it would have been really cool, but then it really is a combo card of a 1 for 7 go again, draw a card into, I don't know, like Gone in a Flash combo. Like, I think,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to spend a couple turns to create 3 lightning flow. Like, I don't care. I'll take a couple turns off. Then Astral, like, okay, this hero ability and probably this on tap, like, especially in like Aurora, it's like, okay, my hero ability, I destroy 1. And then this attack that probably destroy, like, the new lightning press, destroy it on my first attack. My attack has an ability that destroys 1. Boom, I hit all 3. And then I can go Astral Strike, and I have whatever. So it's like, I think it is good and healthy, and I think they learned from levels of enlightenment with this one.
Yeah, it is a very strong card. I could potentially see regular Acilio running this if they have any kind of lightning flow generation in the deck.
Mhm.
It's a pretty strong card. It would be a, I mean, it kind of like depending on how many action points they have on the combo turn, they can draw a card. They can just have go again. It could be 1 for 5 go again, right? Like,
One thing about regular Acilio is how are you destroying the lightning flow? It's not in your hero ability. It's not like, and there might be
oh,
something. Yeah, it's
I
not.
didn't catch that. I thought that this destroys the lightning flow to get the effect.
Mm-mm. And that's why I'm saying, like,
Oh,
I think it would be
I didn't
crazy if,
catch
like,
that.
this had choose up to 3, because then all of a sudden you do a bunch of other things that power up your turn, and then you get to do this.
Interesting. Well, see that makes it more interesting why they didn't let you choose any number if you destroyed 3 lightning flows, because it's hard to do that. How do you destroy these lightning
Mm.
flows outside of once per turn?
And I mean, we don't know, and that's why I'm like, I think there's going to be a couple Majestics that are like, like when I play this, I can destroy lightning flow, and it does this effect. I'm sure we're going to get a lightning runeblade
Yeah,
Majestic that is 0 for 4. You can destroy lightning flow. This game's go again.
that's a good prediction.
Yeah, like
That's a
it
very
might
good
not even be
prediction.
Majestic. It could be rare. Like,
Yeah.
I am sure we're gonna get that. It might
In
just
fact,
be
it probably
lightning.
will be rare. It probably will be rare. Yeah.
It's probably a rare that is just lightning. That's a 0 for 4 block 2 that says destroy lightning flow. This game's go again.
Yeah. Interesting. Do Yeah, the fact that you have to destroy lightning flow, because that means you have to pay an extra 2 resources in most heroes, except for Soul Cilio. You
Yeah.
have to pay just 1 resource, right? Um, in fact, it might be the strongest in Soul Cilio because of that.
I mean, I'm sure Aurora still doesn't mind, because with Aurora, you pay 2 to give it go again, and then you draw a card off of it. Because your hero ability creates the embodiment of lightning. So
But it
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
give
throw,
it go
okay.
again. It would you'd have to already have the embodiment, right, from the last turn.
Her hero ability is an instant.
No,
You can
yes,
just
yes.
start of your turn, just pop that, give it go again, 1 for 5, draw a card, go again.
Oh, I
Embodiment
see
of
what you're
Lightning
saying.
is
You're saying activate it
yeah,
before. Duh. Yeah, activate it before you play it.
yeah. So like I'm thinking Aurora is gonna love this the most because it is just a 1 for 5 draw a card or a 1 for 7 go again. Like it's gonna have go again in
You know,
Aurora is what I'm saying.
that's a good point, but it's iffy, right? So the thing is you think
Yeah,
about is that you're effectively playing a 0 for 5 go again, right? If you think about it that way. If you're pitching a blue to activate the hero ability to play this to draw a card, you're playing a 0 for 5. However, it costs a lightning flow to do that. So it's a 0 for 5 and a lightning flow. It depends on how hard it is to make lightning flows in the deck.
yeah.
Obviously very
And I
strong
guess
if you're plentiful on lightning flows. But I think that if lightning flows are maybe slightly tougher than to make than you think, then it's not just as simple as here's a 0 for 5 go again.
yeah, I still think it's gonna be really powerful into Aurora because it's very modal. You can get 2 modes off of it. You can also like use this as a finisher. Like, oh, okay, like I'm not gonna be able to actually use the go again off this. I'm just gonna do a bunch of damage, finish with a 1 for 7. Like,
Yeah. I think what's something that's interesting too is that this doesn't synergize an Aurora with Arc Lightning as well, right? Because you have to have already destroyed lightning flow. So you need to like what I'm trying to get is you can't Arc Lightning to get this go again and get the benefit. Like you'll get double go again that way, right?
well, and that's where I could see like you have something else in the deck that destroys lightning. I guess you got a point there.
Yeah.
You got a point there, but like I could also like it is just a 1 for 5 go again if you give something like Arc Lightning into this Gone in a Flash for 0 for 4, popping or activating Aurora's ability to still throw this for like 1 for 7 go again, 1 arcane into something else.
Sorry, I was looking at this other card that
Oh,
came out in Compendium of Wraith, Astrovolt Elemental, the 0 for 3 lightning action attack that blocks 3. When this attacks, you may discard an instant card. If you do, draw a card and create an embodiment of lightning token.
that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be good for all these heroes, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be for every
I
single one
think
of these heroes.
I think it's a really good lightning card.
But sorry, I got distracted because it was in the fab overlay part. But yeah, no, I think Astral Strike is very strong. But yeah, you're right. They designed it with some safety mechanics in mind.
Yeah.
It's been pre. They thought a lot about how this card worked, and I really appreciate that on their side. That they made sure that it was not just a free 0 for 5 with the way that it's worded. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's also like it's interesting too because you can't. No, you can. So sorry, that's what I was actually I was trying to think is you can play Arc Lightning, you can play this card in response hero ability, right? And then it won't eat the embodiment of lightning.
Yeah, because it's already played.
Okay, so you can do that. So never mind. So you can make this work with Arc Lightning. You can Arc Lightning to give this go again, and then you can have the embodiment of lightning for the next attack. Okay, so it actually does work with Arc Lightning, which makes it really strong. That makes it very strong, actually.
Yeah, and then it's a 1 for 5 go again, 1 arcane draw a card into a 0 for 4 go again, cane one or like, yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's gonna be.
That's why I'm like, I think who likes this card the most is Aurora. Like, I don't know, we might see the other decks like it, but like Aurora being able to give it go again, like, and choose the other effects, like Aurora really liked the oldie strike for the draw card effect. Like,
it'll be interesting to see how. What I'm trying to get is like how costly it will be for the new Aurora to make these lightning flows because currently we see some on hits, right? We know that she'll definitely run those, the on hit ones. Whether or not she wants to run the discard effects is another thing because it's kind of costly. Like she might have a pretty slow early game trying to set up these lightning flows to then combo off later.
I think the other thing is it's a 0 for 4, so I think she's pretty happy to run the 0 for 4s.
Oh, for sure.
And like, oh no, I need a lightning flow. This is really bad, but I'll deal 1 arcane
like lightning
damage.
presses. You have the instant ability to increase it by 1. It's gonna be kind of hard to block. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting.
we'll see.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, I'm
Kinda
interested to
scared.
see how they do all this.
Yeah. And do we have any other cards that I'm forgetting that we got spoiled?
No, from my knowledge, that's it.
Okay. Any so now overall thoughts, Aurora, we'll have to see how the weapon is to see just how strong she is, but she's already looking pretty good. Um,
Yeah,
Ziggy is an illusionist, so they're gonna be good. Swolcilio, we'll have to see what the weapon is again to see how good Swolcilio will be. I'm excited for
looks like
Swolcilio, honestly. I think Swolcilio is gonna be kind of cool.
a. So like my overall thoughts are, I don't care for the set personally.
No?
Like it's my three like least favorite classes. So I
Like
look
you
at
don't
that,
like
I'm like,
wizards, illusionists, and runeblades as a guardian main?
mm. It's almost as if they all deal some source of damage that is unpreventable to me.
I don't know. You can run
It
arcane
it's
barrier.
almost, yes, I could run arcade barrier. Thank you, thank you.
You have this really cool new headpiece you got actually in the latest set
Oh,
that you can
you're
run.
right. I forgot about that. Yes, my arcane barrier one headpiece. Oh, it's so good and so different from Null Rune Hood. So good. I'm so glad it got printed.
It's thematic. It fits the lore.
I'm
That's why
so
it's better.
it doesn't though. It doesn't feel Guardian at all. It just feels like they're like, they keep
Uh,
complaining about Arcane Barrier. We'll give them their Arcane Barrier. And then they just decided not to put any design time into it. Anyways,
uh,
I think it's cool. The set looks really beautiful, and I think there's gonna be a lot of really fun things that come out of this set. But if I didn't have like someone else in my life that like really loves Aurora, I wouldn't buy any of this set. Like, there's nothing telling me I want any of this.
so yeah, so it's interesting, right? Because it's not the first single talent set we've gotten, right? Because we've gotten
Yeah,
draconic sets. We've gotten, I mean, it's not a talent, but pirate it feels like a talent in terms of the way that the set, like the way that the heroes use it. Um,
yeah.
what other single talent sets have we gotten? We've gotten Mystic as a single talent set, right? And
I mean, that's all true.
those were all fairly successful sets, right? Um,
I'm
and
not
I
saying this isn't gonna be
no, of course,
successful.
but like what I'm trying to get at is I think the lightning talent is first of all just very cool. I think the lightning talent
Oh,
is
I think it's
the
so cool.
coolest talent of all the talents. Um, like
You forgot
draconic is
about
like right
ice.
below if you ask me. Um, ice
See,
is not
there's
well okay. Ice is literally cool. Like quite
yeah,
literally is a cool talent. It's
yeah,
ice
and
cold.
it's a really
Um,
cool thought process that I would enjoy back in the game.
yeah, I
But
do. I'm surprised they didn't introduce ice in this set. It's not dual talent. I think ice lightning would have been a
yeah,
really cool combination for a limited set as well. Um,
I think they wanted to design it in like a way that it felt very unique for like drafting, where it's like, oh,
well,
everyone can draft the lightning cards and the generic cards. And it's
yeah,
a very small pool of cards that are actually not draftable to certain heroes. You could probably pivot super duper late in draft because you've been picking lightning the whole time. And then you wait to your third pack and then you hit the majestic of whatever class and you're like, I know what I'm playing.
no, that's actually a super good point. It allows for a much more dynamic drafting style.
Mhm.
Um, the downside to that when it comes to draft is that you often rely on signals to figure out what you're supposed to be drafting for your seat. The term is
Oh,
drafting your seat, right? Um, whenever you have, whenever you provide players the ability to pick a hero very late in the drafting process, it's a compounding issue where now everybody is picking their hero in like pick 6 to 7 of pack one, and then it kind of becomes random. Like, okay, did we all pick the same hero or not? We're not gonna get signals until really late in the
yeah.
set in the pack, and so you can have this problem of people having to pivot back and forth and react to each other super late in the process, unless you just hard commit to something early. Um, it's not necessarily a problem because, like you mentioned, there's not a ton of dead cards because of the single talent.
Mhm.
Um, but it is something you have to consider on the drafting front when you draft this when you play a draft with a set like that. And that was the main problem. That was a big problem with the high seas draft, by the way, was that oftentimes people would wait until pick 6 or 7. They would only pick pirate cards, and then they would wait until pick 6 or 7 to pick their hero, and you would get a lot of like 4 gravy pods, a lot of 4 Marlin pods.
Well, I think the other problem was Puffin was not.
That was also a problem, yeah.
Like
that usually ends up happening though, is that one hero ends up being not as good. And then that's the nice thing about draft though, is that it's usually self-correcting, because if one hero is not good, then people draft it less, and then the card quality gets higher for the person who drafts it, or the 1 or 2 people who draft it. Usually, not always, but usually. Like I think Puffin was still not strong enough even with that in mind. But
yeah, Puffin. I still think back to like Heavy Hitters Guardian. Like it was a very similar thing where you could have like one Guardian in the pod and still be the 0-3 player. Like
you could. Well, it was unlikely to go 0-3, but yes.
Yeah,
being
but
the only Guardian you put in the pod did not guarantee.
Still didn't feel like you were winning if you weren't playing Warrior or Brute. And it's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
These heroes all look unique and interesting.
No, something else I want to talk about is the heroes in Silver Age. I think that these are going to be some pretty cool Silver Age heroes, especially Aurora. Silver Age Aurora is going to be really interesting. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm just like, how is this? I mean, in Silver Age, how is this one going to be better than the other one?
The old Aurora?
The old Aurora.
You make a good point.
Like, unless they create like rares and commons that are really good with lightning flow and make you really want to run the lightning flow stuff, you can't run the elemental stuff, which the commons of the old Aurora would love.
Well, so quick question: is Astral Strike? I assume it's majestic. I can't tell because I have the marble. Okay, yeah, that makes it. I mean, there, like you mentioned, there could be some cards that say if you've destroyed a lightning flow this turn, just go again. I think some more synergy with destroying lightning flows would be good. Depends on the weapon too. The weapon could be more synergistic with destroying a lightning flow. Like if you destroyed a lightning flow this turn, this gets +2.
Or even creating them.
Well, I mean, creating them doesn't help a ton when it comes to like making the hero ability better. But yeah,
I actually think it does, because you don't have to play a lightning card. You can activate her hero ability before you attack. So that's the benefit of this hero, is I can activate her hero ability before I play a single card,
which increases,
unlike the other Aurora,
consistency. So there's some reasons to run her.
But that's the only benefit I can find, and I just don't think we have enough support yet to really.
I think the main thing will be whether or not we get the card that you're talking about, like destroy lightning flow, get go again cards, or if you destroy lightning flow, you get go again, or stuff like that.
Something
right?
like that.
I think if we get some more lightning flow synergy, mostly when it comes to destruction, because creating it isn't as relevant in terms of getting a benefit from the new Aurora. But I think some different synergy pieces, especially in common and rare, which is meant for limited format, I think there's going to be some reason to run the new Aurora in Silver Age. Ziggy too is going to be super interesting in Silver Age, right? You're basically a wizard with the way that you'll probably play. You'll have this like 3 or 4 arcane damage you're going to do. I'm concerned that the power level is not going to be high enough in the common and rare suite for the Lightning Illusionist, but we'll see. I think it'll be a cool hero.
We'll see.
Yeah. And then Swolcilio, I think is actually pretty strong. Has more life, first of all. You get to do some pretty cool combo turns with his ability as well. Sorry, their ability. Its ability, I think. There's some cool combo potential with the ability as well, right? You get the extra life. You get to do some pop-off turns with the ability. We'll have to see what the weapon does too. I think depending on what the weapon does, you could have some really cool Silver Age interactions there. I'm excited. I'm just excited for Silver Age. Is really what it comes down to.
I mean, I think it's all very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for the set because I think it's going to add a lot of fun things into the game, and I think it's going to do a lot of good things. But also, it's like, this is definitely it doesn't hit any of what I want in the game. And it does not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
you just gotta broaden your horizons on what you play.
See, I like Warrior, I like Brute, I like Guardian.
Well, we'll see what the expansion slots give. There might be some cool expansion
Yeah.
slot stuff for you.
Well, I think we're getting a Goliath weapon.
You think so?
Well, I know at one point someone on like Twitter was like, "Oh, da 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 da, Goliath weapon," and then James White's like, "Just wait." And this
Yeah,
was
we'll
before
see.
Compendium,
Oh, okay. I think
and we didn't get anything in
Goliath weapon would be
Compendium,
cool.
so
Would you play Goliath if he got a good weapon and he was good?
I could try it. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
try it. I don't know.
Reaching for the toothbrush style deck.
I say all this. I think Wizard's like the closest arcane class that I'm like interested in, but Acilio is not my type of wizard. Like I would, as a Guardian player, Kano looked pretty cool.
Really? Wow.
I know,
That's
crazy.
impressive. That is crazy.
Icelander was sick too.
Yeah. Icelander was I think the coolest wizard.
Yeah, but they're afraid.
I'm
to
still
print
surprised that they haven't given us a new one. That seems like
because
such
they're
a ball, like a knock in the. Why can't I hit the phrase?
a home run.
Knock it. It's like something in the ballpark, right? I don't know.
Knock
Maybe.
it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, it would be an easy knock it out of the ballpark. Is that how it goes?
That
Anyway,
doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
I know what you're trying to say, but
yeah. Maybe they're working on an armory deck, Icelander 2 armory deck. That'd be kind of cool.
they might be. But it's like I think they're just super duper scared of ice because they're like, oh my god, people didn't like the game when Oldhim was out and he was ice, and then people didn't like Icelander because she was ice,
They have to
and
be really careful about instant speed channeling frigid too.
yeah, which I think just don't print that on the hero text and.
Or you need an ice flow token to play a card as an instant or something.
Yeah, or it could literally be like your next wizard non-attack you play from your arsenal, or your next blue wizard non-attack you play from arsenal gives a frostbite. Da 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 da. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like just
They
okay. I
can
can't
make it
play
work.
Channel Lake Frigid from
They can
arsenal.
make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna get at? We know for sure we're not getting ice next set either. We know it's Monarch 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what was I gonna get at with that? I don't know where I was going with that, honestly.
We're waiting another year, baby.
Another year for Icelander.
Ice.
There's so many people that I think would come back to the game if Icelander was reprinted. I think for sure.
I think
I
a
would
lot
play
of
Icelander.
people would really enjoy Ice to come back from the game into the game.
Yeah, a lot of people
especially right. I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of aggro decks that would have been a lot healthier if Ice existed.
Well, yeah, Ice did exist. It just didn't actually exist because Jarl's unfortunately not quite there.
He's not like an Ice deck.
Yeah,
I love Jarl, but like we have to play half the game for me to start giving you frostbites. Like I can't tax you until I'm almost dead into aggressive death. Like, well, you're like fatigued, but like if you're playing the Ice build, like I have to wait until I'm at low life to try and kill you, but at that or to try and tax you. But at that point, you just combo kill me. It's like
because a lot of decks just set up in the early game anyway. So yeah,
it is.
This is a problem, isn't it? Maybe he'll get something in the expansion slot that'll make him better.
Yeah, I think Compendium's done a lot.
Yes,
but it is definitely something that scares me. Of like we keep getting more aggro decks, especially with lightning, and we keep avoiding ice because ice is very scary.
It's like it's not even that scary. Like, maybe they're just afraid. I think that is the big thing though, is if they do an entire set with ice, they might make it too strong. So hopefully they just do an armory deck. They give Icelander the new Icelander 1 or 2 new cards for it. Make her a very playable hero. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be good for the game. Bring ice back.
I think one thing they could do is like what they did with Valda before she officially came out was like, oh, here's a prize card that is Icelander. Also, you can pull it in a jump pack if you want to or whatever. But it's like
they still haven't explored releasing a hero in an expansion slot. I think that's still something that could be done.
I mean, if you look at some, like you don't see it in Compendium, but like with like some of the supplementary slots, it kind of felt like that.
Well,
but not supplementary. I don't mean like supplemental sets.
I don't mean like I mean like literally an expansion slot. Here's a hero that doesn't synergize with the set at all.
Oh well, it doesn't just synergize with the set at all. It's different. We had Slippy,
That's true. Sorry, you're right.
In the set.
We did get it once with Slippy. I totally forgot that was an expansion slot card. Okay, they need to do it again. So there's precedent. There's
It's
precedent.
possible.
And you know what'd
Yeah,
be cool is
exactly.
if in the Lightning set they put an Ice Hero in the expansion slot.
Icelander expansion.
Icelander expansion slot, calling it now.
Hmm.
Breaking the chain prediction.
Get our tinfoil hats on. Like,
You know, if they're not gonna print Betsy's log in the expansion slot, then they gotta at least give us Icelander in the expansion slot.
Betsy will never get her log. Poor Betsy.
No, poor Betsy. Anything else on Omens of the Third Age before we talk about calling Toulouse?
Oh, I did want to say that we've already gotten more lore than we've gotten in an entire year of Flesh and Blood. We
That is
know that
pretty cool.
Acilio died, and Aurora like sacrificed her sword to bring Acilio back, and now he is swole. That's what happens when you eat a lot of iron. Like
a lot of iron.
yeah, so
That's cool.
boom, already more lore. Crazy.
we need an animated show. It'd go so hard.
Dude, that would go so hard. That would be so cool.
It'd be so sick.
But I'm excited because it does like definitely look lore heavy. But I'm ready to jump off.
All right. Calling Toulouse. There is happening right now. We just got the metagame report. There are 378 players. It's actually a very balanced spread here on the heroes. I'm impressed. 9% Arachne Marionette, 9% KO Armed and Dangerous. That is Armed and Dangerous, right? Yes, Armed and Dangerous.
Yep.
8% Vincent. Vincent is the third most brought hero. That is crazy. That is insane. Followed by
what happens when June plays the deck.
Right? Yeah, shows it off. 8% Acilio, 8% Verdance, 7% Dio, 5% Phi, 4% Valda. Valda's up there.
Yeah, I think she's actually pretty good into this meta.
Yeah.
I think Marionette you're a little scared into, but KO you love, Vincent you love, Acilio you're okay into. I think a really good Acilio you might not love. Verdance you auto lose into, so like moving on from that. Dio's okay. Phi is probably okay, especially with the draw cards now. She's probably better into Phi than she's ever been, which is really funny to say. Phi gets all this juice of Art of War, and Valda's like, let's go.
Give me those seismic surges.
Give me them seismic surges. But yeah, it's like a lot of these decks you're actually pretty happy with. Like, I think, again, Verdance you're not so happy with. And Mario being the most top deck, you're like 40, 45% into, but
I mean, it's such a wide meta too. Like it's only 9% of the meta.
And I think she's way better the wider the meta, which is really interesting. Yeah. Because she's just generally good. She just has a couple of bad matchups. So if you're like, oh, I've played 10 different heroes, only one was Verdance, you're doing pretty good. But if you have a narrow meta where it's like all Verdance, she's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's the most of it because like then there's Ravy at 4%, and then there's like a lot of 3s, 2s, and 1%. There's a lot of different heroes represented. It's super cool that the meta is like this right now. I think this is. I know some people like when it's more of a solved meta, but I think it's really cool when you get to have such a wide variety of heroes that are viable.
So I'm pulling up the standings right now. Round 6 is what round it's on, and the top deck. Take a guess.
Since you're bringing it up, I'm gonna guess Valda.
No, I wish. KO Underhanded Cheat.
Oh, okay.
At 6-0.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, there's a lot at 6-0, but Underhanded Cheat, Dio, the original Arachne, Acilio, and Kasai.
Hell yeah. No, I mean, Cheeto got a lot of really good tools in Compendium of Wraith. So I'm not too surprised by Cheeto being up there. I expect to see some Cheetos on my PQ today, and I'm kind of scared of them, if I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared of that matchup.
It's the one like Valda matchup that I like don't like. I think it's also just the way I play Valda. It's like I think I'm super favored into it, but like the Talashar's results say that you're super unfavored.
It's just such a good like grindy value deck.
Yeah, but like Valda does 2-card 9s. Like
they run on a D-Reacts is the big thing too.
That's true. Yeah, they do that.
And they throw some really good value back at you.
There's also Victor and Lyeth at 7th and 8th. That's 2 Guardians in the top 8 of the standings right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's crazy. We haven't seen that in like 2 years. Then
It's
there's Puffin at 9.
it's the sense weakness card from Compendium. That's what's bringing them up there.
It just broke the deck.
Actually, side question regarding that. Is that just better than Midas Touch into Gravy?
No, it's way worse.
Okay. Because
It's way worse.
I remember how. Actually, I have it right here. So it says your next Guardian attack this turn gets +1 Dominate, and when this hits a hero, deal damage to all allies they control, equal to the damage dealt this way. Oh, it costs 3.
Yeah, it's a Terra Thunder print, which is fine, actually. Costing 3 is not the problem. The problem is I have to deal damage, and Gravy can just say, here's my defense reaction. Oh, here is my armor block. Like, Gravy will sit on a defense reaction until the Guardian throws something relevant, and then they block it. Like,
yeah, because they also run Base of the Mountain to help get around it. Yeah, Midas is just better, huh?
Midas Touch is good because it does not allow interaction, and I might be just Volda-pilled because also, like, I don't care if you get gold. Like, take your gold. I hope you draw 6 cards next turn.
That's true. That is some Volda-pill right there.
Yeah, like, good luck. I hope you draw really well. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like, looking at this, there's another Acilio in the top 10, so 3 Acilios in top 10. There's a Syndra at 11th.
Can you link me this really quick? I want to see if there's any names I recognize too.
Yeah, I'll send you one sec. Yeah, I'll just put it in our little. There you go.
Did you put it?
Oh, it's in our Google Docs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you got Syndra, 2 KOs. KOs aren't even. I mean,
Pablo Pintor is the Arachne Huntsman. That's 6-0.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even look at the names. I was just looking at heroes.
Brody Spurlock on KO Armed and Dangerous at 5-1. Those are the only names I'm really recognizing.
Jimmy Newen on Mario at 5-1.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember. It sounds familiar. I'm like, I think that's someone that's done something at some point.
Huh. A lot of names I don't recognize, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty diverse. Like, there's a lot of different heroes in the top.
Handful of Dios up there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Anything else we want to cover before we tie this episode off?
No, I got nothing else.
All right. Well, keep an eye out for some future content from this channel. We have some really cool secret projects in the books for you. And the question for this episode, leave it in the comments below, whether on YouTube or on Spotify, is what are you most excited for in Omens of the Third Age? Are you excited for any of those heroes? Are you excited for how they're going to affect your current hero? Are you not excited
for the lore?
Ooh, are you excited for the lore? Or are you not excited? Let us know. And with that, I'm Cody.
And I'm Jacob.
Thanks for watching and listening.